Hi everyone. Hi, it's Samantha here. I want to thank you all so very much for climbing this mountain with me. Thank you for your support as I recover from this traumatic brain injury. Thank you. And thank you so much to all of you who have started to reach out to me, whether it's, text or messenger, however it is. I apologize that I have not responded to the very vast majority of you because I just haven't responded yet. And I don't know when that yet will be. When my injury happened back in March, my world became very quiet very quickly. I couldn't handle the noise around me. And, I think back about that time, and my brain occupational therapist had told me, fold clothes. Look at the clothes and say, this is a yellow shirt. These are a pink shirt. This is a green shirt. Very simple, very slow, very quiet. I've spent many days just sitting outside and looking at the trees, or I've started to actually, admire the flowers. Or I learned that from my Aunt Jan, who came to visit me for 2 weeks to help me. And I was amazed. She would just stop and really look at the flowers. And that's been something that I've started to do in this slower, more simple pace of life. But as my brain is getting better, and as these oxygen treatments are really making my brain more crisp, more clear, I'm having to add back in more noise. And so I'm just trying to be very intentional about how that noise is added back in. And I'm just taking it one day at a time. One day at a time. Time. So time has been one of the weirdest things with having a brain injury. When my injury happened in March, you ask people, my law firm asks, we were asking, when am I going to be healed? When am I going to be better? And any doctor who deals with brain injuries, it could take weeks, it could take months. No one, could tell you a day, a date. We think so much in our world of days, weeks, months, years, we want to know exactly when. And with this injury, it's just been, just keep going one day at a time. So that, it's had its beauty, it's had its big frustrations. Oh my goodness. Definitely have had my days of incredible frustration. But I think I've learned a lot in how to be very present and enjoy the one day at a time. Enjoy the time I get to take my kids to the pool and, talk to them and, go see the trees and look at the flowers or go on a walk. It's just trying to enjoy the present. So time has been very weird. I remember I saw a neuro-ophthalmologist when I was maybe 2 months. I was having so much pain in my eyes, and I was like, did it just change when this injury happened to me? And I remember the neuro-ophthalmologist, they ran all these tests, and then she comes in and she goes, good news is your vision is fine, but your brain is still injured. And she kind of laughed and she goes, it's only been a couple months. And then she referred me to the neurologist, and it was just you gotta let your brain do its thing. no one really gave a date or a true timeline. I got another hyperbaric oxygen treatment this morning, and it's just exciting. It's exciting to see some like accelerating healing, but I still don't know a date. And so I'm just trying to find peace in the one day at a time. I would say another weird thing about having a brain injury is that no one can see it. No one can see the cast on your brain. I feel like like the cast was really thick back in March. And now there's like some like bandages. But it's like no one can see it. Like I remember explaining in March, people have like told me, they're like, you sound better, like you're sounding better, like they can hear it. I used to not, like conversations weren't gonna happen in March and April, but it's gotten a lot better. But no one can see it. I can be walking around and, like, for example, something I'm supposed to practice doing is literally to go to the grocery store and calmly get through grocery shopping. Because at first, it was just so much. I mean, so much. Like, the way I can describe it is like I just couldn't handle it. I mean, I would walk out. Like, I remember I went to Trader Joe's, which was the absolute worst place for someone with a brain injury, because what Trader Joe's does, love Trader Joe's, they write words on every single item in the store. And so not only are there a million things crammed into this little store, there's a million descriptions. I mean, I remember one time, I just had to walk out, and this employee was like, "Ma'am, can I help?" And I was just so flustered. I couldn't even have a real interaction with this person. I was just like, gotta go. Yeah, it has been wild. I'm getting better. I don't do that anymore, thankfully. I would say the only thing you can sometimes tell, so I sometimes wear they're my rose-colored glasses. I know, very stylish, right? The neuro-ophthalmologist recommended that I wear these. They help. I think people with migraines also use them, but they help, especially when I'm in a place like Trader Joe's or any time I'm lots of light, visual stimulation. The glasses help like calm. So I think sometimes if I'm wearing these, you might be able to tell like something might be going on with that lady. But other than that, no one can really see what's going on. And I don't know, I think it's been a really good life lesson for me. I think I've become a little bit more compassionate for my neighbor, just in knowing that, people can look totally fine on the outside and you don't really know what's going on in their head. And so just really trying to ask people, like, how are you? And mean it. Like, how are you doing? And I really want to know. And so I think it's just been one of my biggest lessons, is just wanting to know what's actually going on inside and caring enough to ask. So, well, I want to keep these around 10 minutes. So thank y'all all for listening. I will try to be posting 2 to 3 video entries a week, just from an update standpoint. Thank you so much for your support. If you want to follow along in this journey, please just subscribe below. That's probably the best way, just so I can make a video. And if you have any questions that you want me to answer in these, please still send them, like direct message or text me, anything, and I we'll just hopefully just be able to answer them in video for everyone. So please definitely send me your questions. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much.